Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So let's talk about 40 range of supercards. And I know some people said, oh, it's just theory, this is just all rumors, everything made up. People just throw different stuff on the wall and see what sticks. And so what? Just let's have fun, you know, like discussing Star Wars lore theories or some games theories, like Elden Ring lore. Even if it's just made up, you know, it's fun. It's just fun. So let's discuss. Kopite 7 Kim is one of the best or most well-known leaker, and he has theory that 4080 Super and 4070 Super will be similar to 2080 Super. And I think he's right. This makes most sense because look guys, historically, yeah, the Super range was just a small refresh, just a tiny upgrade, like 2080 and 2080 Super, 5% difference. Look at the big gap between 2080 Ti, 20%, yeah? So yeah, it's just a small tiny refresh, and Super is like a lower upgrade than Titanium. By the way, Ti comes from Titanium. That's the old GeForce were called in the past. Like I had GeForce 2 Titanium, you know, but now it's Ti, not Ti, by the way. So Tech Power Up has this one here, and by big coincidence, it fits. I don't know if they will be different. It will be 4080 Ti and Super, but if he's right, like this refresh will be very close to the existing one, and I think this is right. This makes a lot of sense from Nvidia point of view, because guys, we would like to have stronger cards, because like this card, as you may not know, it's used for AI, but it's also the new minimum specs. If you want to play even the simple like building city game, this is minimum specs for 1080p high settings for 30 FPS, not even stable FPS. So you know, players would like stronger and less expensive cards, because that's the new minimum specs. But the 4090 price is going up, unfortunately going up, and there is different reasons for that. Some people were saying that because of China ban, just recent China ban, but that China ban is cancelled. But guys, that makes sense. If you have less customers, the price is supposed to go down, no up. Yeah, it would go up in China if China would listen and didn't buy 4090. Yeah, then prices would go up there. But everywhere else, it would go down. It was just, in my opinion, a ridiculous argument. You have less customers, prices go down. Didn't make sense anyway, because why China would listen? If there would be a ban to China to not send 4090 to China, and China would say, yes, Mr. President, we're not gonna buy this 4090, and Nvidia would say, yes, Mr. President, we're not gonna sell to China. China would buy from another country. Like, come on. Like, it was silly argument. But look, AI is also a big thing, even for AMD. Did you know even AMD is used by companies for AI? So evidence shows AI-driven companies are buying gaming GPUs because it's got a lot of VRAM and it's inexpensive, way less expensive than professional cards. And you know, even for a home use, you can use to accelerate stable diffusion. This is the software you use to make images. You said, oh, I want this, and it makes you this. You know, so even for fun. But guys, so 4080 Super and 4080 Ti can be one card, can be two different cards. But think about Nvidia. What Nvidia wants. Nvidia is amazing at making GPUs, yeah? They are probably the best in the world, but they're even better at making money. And they're not playing nice. Like guys, just to remind you, their gross margin is going up. And now with the AI, it's probably even higher. And they're squeezing the AIB. Yeah, the AIB make even less and less money. EVGA quit because Nvidia played so dirty that EVGA had to sell their GPUs below the cost. They were losing money, and I think Nvidia wants to pull it off again. And I think it may happen because look guys, the new GPUs, the Super range, it seems like they will be very close to performance to existing cards, and they coming out when? In January. In January means Nvidia intentionally avoiding the best period to sell those cards, yeah? The holiday periods. So they don't want to necessarily sell this new Super card. I think they want to get rid of the stock, like especially 4080 didn't sell well. 4070 Ti, I think it's selling okay now, but it's not the greatest selling card as well. But 4080 in particular, 4090 they don't want to sell as well because it's a competition for professional market. Like the company is buying 4090 for AI, so I think Nvidia doesn't want that as well, because it's a lost sale for them to sell professional card, or the company buying way cheaper, even though it's still very expensive. It's few times less expensive than professional card. Nvidia doesn't want that. They want more money, but they all want to play, I think they want to play dirty as well. They want to squeeze AIB. They will release the new cards in January at the cost similar or lower than the existing 4080, and they will force AIB to sell below cost. Yes, we like customers will get probably cheaper 4080, but not because of a good heart of Nvidia. Quite the opposite. And look, Jensen has a big ego, but he is extremely smart. And his ego makes him want to be the best, even better than Apple. And in his opinion, Nvidia is such a good brand that all these AIB should be grateful to use Nvidia brand to sell, to sell their products, to be able. It's an honor for Asus to be able to say Nvidia GPUs, because when they sell Nvidia GPUs, even at the cost, in his opinion, AIB is supposed to pay for the privilege to sell Nvidia so they can sell more of everything else. And the thing is, he's not wrong. I think a lot of AIBs, especially big companies like Asus, would sell at a cost because it does help to sell everything else. That's what killed EVGA. They quit GPU market, they non-existent anymore. That's true. Jensen is right, so he can play very dirty because he's a monopoly. He is like dominate the market, and he can because he has no competition. AMD is kind of competition, but they're too weak. They have such a strong position, and in my belief, that AMD at the moment nobody can compete because they have the best people in the industry. There are not many experts in making GPUs. There are very, very few, and the best ones you have just few. And I'm almost 100% sure that the 3 top GPU experts in the world work for Nvidia. That's why nobody can compete with them. That's why AMD, doesn't matter how much money AMD will invest into GPUs or Intel invest into GPUs, cannot compete because they don't have these 3 best experts in the world as well. So that's my opinion. I think Nvidia will play dirty. They will release the cards in January. They will push AIBs to sell the GPUs below cost, which is not bad for us buyers, but also not healthy as well. Because look, if AIBs make no money on those GPUs and something goes wrong with these GPUs, they will do everything to not accept your warranty claim, because that's how it works. They will have no money for that. Or they will accept, like Asus can afford to keep losing money because they want to keep the brand. They want to keep Nvidia brand because it helps them. The thing is, as well, in other hand, they do push the market forward. They introduced DLSS and AMD just followed them. The same with Intel, but that was Nvidia. Nvidia came with DLSS. Nvidia came with ray tracing. Then AMD followed, Now they introduced frame generation and it works okay on their cards. It works rubbish on AMD. But AMD tried to follow. So they innovate. They push the market forward. But man, they play so dirty. They play so dirty. It's almost disgusting, but they are the best. So they kind of get respect as well. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching and see you later.